Today, two legends will go toe-to-toe, but only one will emerge victorious. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and in this installment of Versus, we have a battle to determine who is the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We'll be looking at a wide range of categories in order to decide which of these two legendary players truly deserves to be called the greatest of all time. Let's begin. Round 1. Awards.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
When LeBron James entered the NBA, his reputation had already been there for 3 years. At the time, he was the most hyped high school prospect on the planet, and had both the skill and the laundry list of awards to back it up. Between 2001 and 2003, James took home the Mr. Basketball USA award 2 years in a row.
Well, I told my teammates today that I was feeling it.
The Ohio Mr. Basketball Award 3 years in a row, and was selected to the USA Today All-USA First Team 3 times in a row. He even appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated at the age of 17. But we're here to discuss awards, not magazines.
From St. Vincent's St. Mary High School, number 23, the 6'7", LeBron James.
When LeBron went pro in 2003, he immediately got to work stacking his trophy case, winning Rookie of the Year honors over future teammates Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Since then, he's won the Most Valuable Player award 4 times, has been named the NBA Finals MVP 3 times, and has been an NBA All-Star a whopping 14 times. Oh, and let's not forget that he's also a 3-time NBA champion and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. If you are to discern anything from this information, it's that LeBron James doesn't need a trophy case. He needs a trophy room. But if LeBron needs a trophy room, then Michael Jordan needs a trophy house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan.
Not only is MJ a 6-time NBA champion, he's also a 6-time NBA Finals MVP and a 5-time regular season MVP. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Much like LeBron, Jordan was a highly touted prospect prior to entering the NBA. He won the NCAA championship in 1982, was a first-team All-American in 1983 and 84, and was later named the National College Basketball Player of the Year. When he finally made it to the NBA in 1984, he quickly began stacking trophies like flapjacks.
The standing ovation for Michael Jordan from North Carolina, the number 3 pick in the NBA draft.
He was the Rookie of the Year in 85, the Defensive Player of the Year in 88, and the Slam Dunk Champion 2 years in a row. But we're not even done. MJ was also a 14-time All-Star, a 10-time scoring champion, a 3-time NBA steals leader, a 3-time AP Athlete of the Year, and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Come to think of it, this one isn't even close. Winner, Michael Jordan. Round 2, personality.
Keep your eye on the rim and concentrate.
Like this. Like that?
No.
How do you measure a man's personality? It's the kind of question that no doubt kept guys like Socrates and Plato up at night. It's also a question that pertains to our little debate, because you can't truly know if Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James or vice versa unless you analyze the way they handle themselves off the court. Let's start with MJ. During his playing days, Jordan had a reputation for being both the most competitive and the most serious guy in the locker room. 2 qualities that undoubtedly make for a great basketball player, but not exactly ideal when it comes to making your teammates want to go out for a beer with you. Additionally, for all its many triumphs, Space Jam was never lauded for MJ's performance, which can best be described as rigid.
Guys, let's just go out and have fun. Yeah!
Alternatively, LeBron's on-screen performances have been laid back and seemingly effortless. He comes across as a guy who could easily transition to being a Hollywood star, the kind of guy who feels comfortable in any circle.
It's like when I decided to go back to Cleveland, I wasn't totally sure they was gonna welcome me back, man. But they did. They welcomed me back with open arms and an open heart.
In a 2018 interview with The Ringer, Brendan Haywood, one of only 4 players to ever play with both Jordan and LeBron, remarked that, quote, "LeBron is totally different than Mike from a personality standpoint." Whereas Jordan wanted to win everything, even in practice, often taking rookies to school on what it meant to be an NBA player, LeBron was considerably more chill, with Haywood calling him, quote, "a great people person," and how his best quality was, quote, "how he communicated and interacted with teammates." Additionally, LeBron has never been shy when it comes to voicing his opinion, with a prime example being the time he held a press conference the night before the NBA Finals, after someone spray-painted the N-word on the fence of his LA home. Instead of remaining silent, LeBron took the opportunity to voice his frustrations with the current state of racism in America. That's a power move from a man with a surplus of character.
For me to be sitting here on the eve of the finals, one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and I have to answer questions about racism, it just lets me know that it's still here, and we should all know that.
While MJ definitely had on-court charisma, LeBron is the all-around better personality, and as such, wins this round.
No, just trying to see him just trying to dunk on me. He gonna lay it up at the end. He's just trying to dunk on me, Craig. Oh, no. He's just trying to dunk on me.
Winner, LeBron James. Round 3, better defender. Due to his considerable offensive prowess, people tend to forget that Michael Jordan was as good at keeping the ball out of the net as he was at putting it in.
But he also dominates the game on the defensive end of the court.
He was named to the NBA All-Defensive Team 9 times during his 15-year career, was the Defensive Player of the Year in 1988, and sports a career average of 2.3 steals per game, considerably higher than James' 1.6. However, there's no denying that the thing that made Jordan the scariest player of his era was his skill in the offensive zone. In fact, his playoff legacy is almost entirely built upon the things he did when he had the ball in his hands. Despite this, he still makes a strong case for himself as the better defender of the two. Now let's talk about LeBron.
Iguodala up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
I think James' most iconic moment isn't some epic game-winning three-pointer or out-of-this-world no-look pass. It's the time he hustled harder than anyone on the court to block an Andre Iguodala layup with less than 2 minutes to go in a tied Game 7 of the NBA Finals. James has proven time and time again that he cares about one thing: winning.
Oh, what a block from James!
He doesn't care how he has to do it. All he knows is that he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure it happens. This includes monster blocks, big-time steals, and regularly being called upon to cover the opposing team's biggest, fastest, and strongest players. His defensive skills have earned him a spot on the NBA All-Defensive Team 5 times, and that number will only increase the longer he stays in the league. This was a tight one, but we're going with LeBron. From a statistical and award standpoint, Jordan has the edge, but James brings intangibles to the equation that simply cannot be matched, such as his ability to shut down the opposing team's best in key moments, his willingness to put his body on the line game in and game out, and his resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Winner, LeBron James. Round 4, better offensive threat.
James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win! LeBron James delivers!
LeBron has been and continues to be one of the NBA's premier offensive players. Throughout his career, he's averaged 27.2 points per game, 7.4 rebounds per game, and 7.2 assists per game. His passing ability is the stuff of legend, as he possesses the innate ability to find an open man, regardless of the circumstances. He loves to throw down epic jams, and can drive the net like nobody's business. But let's take a look at Jordan, beginning with his stats and achievements. MJ was a 10-time scoring champion who could straight up dismantle a defense with his speed and skill. During his time with the Bulls and Wizards, he averaged 30.1 points per game, and finished his career with a whopping 32,292 total points, which places him 4th all-time, behind fellow Hall of Famers Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He boasts a higher career free throw percentage than LeBron, and in his best offensive season, averaged 37.1 points per game. Let that sink in.
Got him in the air. Michael Jordan has 55. He had to work for them.
This was an extremely tough category to call, but in the end, we're going with Jordan. Winner, Michael Jordan. Round 5, postseason accomplishments.
The third year, Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls have climbed the Mount Olympus of the NBA.
When it comes to postseason excellence, Michael Jordan is in a league of his own. The man made it to 6 NBA Finals, won them all, and took home 6 Finals MVP awards in the process. He has so many clutch playoff moments on his resume, we literally do not have time to list them all. So we'll just go with the series clinching shot from the 1998 NBA Finals. Yeah, that sounds good.
Open, Chicago with the lead. Taken by Spades, final seconds. It's over, it's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
James' 3-5 record in the NBA Finals seems to give Jordan the edge. But hold on, because it ain't all about titles. First off, LeBron made it to 8 straight NBA Finals during stints with 2 different teams, which, when propped up against any of the other Big 4 sports leagues, is simply mind-boggling. Second, he accomplished that feat with a constantly changing lineup, which at times included stars like Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving, but was never close to the Hall of Fame cast of characters that surrounded Jordan for all 6 of his championships. Here's looking at you, Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen. But hey, like we said, it ain't all about titles. Prior to the start of the 2018 NBA playoffs, LeBron James had already surpassed Jordan in every major playoff statistical category, including points, field goal percentage, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. In fact, James is now the NBA's all-time leader in playoff points.
James, there it is. There it is, right there.
Just passed Michael Jordan for #1 all time.
Disclaimer. We'll be honest, prior to 2018, Jordan would have won this debate. But in 2018, LeBron has finally edged him out. The fact that LeBron has made it to 8 straight NBA Finals and surpassed Jordan statistically are key factors, but far from the only ones. In 2016, his Cavs managed to defeat the Golden State Warriors in a series that many people felt they had no chance of winning, largely due to LeBron's superhuman effort. In 2017, he lost Kyrie Irving to the Celtics and still managed to make the finals, mainly by putting the entire team on his back and willing wins into existence. Finally, LeBron has multiple years left to add to his already impressive list of accomplishments. So unless Jordan is planning another comeback, this debate is officially over. Winner, LeBron James.
I set out a goal 2 years when I came back to bring a championship to this city. I gave everything that I had.
Do you agree with our verdict? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.